Kukina, and they said, it means nothing. And I said, no, it means everything.
Trattoria di Kukina is one of the most Instagrammable restaurants in Fethiye.
I didn't like the restaurantes because you feel very uncomfortable. Trattorias are very simple. It was my a childhood dream.
And I know he's not Italian, he's Turkish one. Chef, why have you chosen them over other chefs to work in this Italian restaurant?
Everybody said me, it won't work because it's very Italian.
What makes the restaurant special?
It's not like a business for me. It's our house and people are just visiting us.
What would be the top recommendation from you to try?
It's a tough one.
Всем привет! Меня зовут Клавдия и добро пожаловать ко мне на канал. Здесь я рассказываю о людях и местах, которые мне интересны. После моего первого видео о городе Фетхие я получила несколько отзывов от вас о том, что было бы неплохо начать показывать места Фетхие, которые мне интересны. Сегодня мы с вами исправим эту ситуацию. Сегодня мы с вами посетим уголок Италии Фетхие. Мы идем с вами в гости в Trattoria di Kukina, в прекрасный Мерьем. Пойдемте со мной. Hi Meryem.
Hi.
Thank you for having us today. I know how busy you are because I know that you have another restaurant with a French cuisine in town called Kukina Le Jardin. So thank you again for taking your time and to speaking to me today. So
Thank you.
So we are now in Trattoria di Kukina, a very dolce vita place of Fethiye. So I've been here a lot of times actually. And I know that Trattoria means a small restaurant in Italy. But what does Kukina mean?
Actually, Kukina means nothing. I mean, nothing, but really nothing. We're going to put La Cucina, which means kitchen in Italian. But then when I said to my family and my friends, I will open a restaurant and I will put it La Cucina. And they said, well, they will read it La Cugina because we can't read the keys in the Turkish. And then I said, what about Kukina? And they said, it means nothing. And I said, no, it means everything because for me, it means kitchen. For my team, it means kitchen because we're always at the background of what we're doing. We're always at the background of our business. So that's why kitchen is very, precious for us. It's very unique for us. And that's why the name is Kukina, which names like the kitchen for us.
It's a very interesting history behind the name. And also, I think that Trattoria di Kukina is one of the most Instagrammable restaurants in Fethiye because a lot of pictures appear in the social media from these restaurants. And I think that all the details like light and some small details like interior design and even pieces of art on the walls make this place so special. And who inspired you to create this place? Was it your idea behind the design, or was there someone who helped you in terms of design?
Actually, with the name of the La Cucina and then converted to the Kukina, it's the same story. I'm always I'm always doing the things that is sweets for me, not for the world or not for the environment. I'm always behind the things that I like. So when I was around 12 years old, before my father's passed away, we were in a big holiday in Italy. It took 1.5 months in Italy, but it was not like a touristic tour. It was more like a cultural tour, and we went to Napoli and around Napoli. So Napoli is very famous with the Italian classical cuisine, and there we're always going to the trattorias, the restaurants, the osterias, the caferias, the gelato shops, and I didn't like the restaurantes because the restaurantes are really fancy. You feel very uncomfortable. They're always covered with white dressing, linen, and I didn't like it. Osterias are very simple, so trattorias were at the middle. So you can go with your family for the lunch and for the dinner, and it was running by a most of the time it was running by a Italian family, which who are working a whole family in the restaurant. So it was on my mind when I was 12. Then I went to the cooking school, to the culinary arts school, which I met with our chef in that school. So when first I opened the cafeteria, the Kukina cafeteria, then I was planning to open this one. It was my like a childhood dream. And I was always thinking about it, but I couldn't find the places in Fethiye. When I see that place with the trees, it's, you know, it's pop up to me. It's like dreaming it. I said, okay, these colors, this interior, this marble arches. Okay, we're doing an Italian restaurant just in that corner. And I said to my team, we're making a restaurant in that corner because it's exactly what I need. It's at the corner. It's with a, you know, the cars are passing by. It's not just like the sea, because trattorias are very simple. They're not fancy restaurants by the sea. They're always inside. Yeah. So it was like a dream for me. And then with the design, I was collecting the things from wherever I go. From when I'm traveling, I was collecting the things. Most of the things here for the tea lights, for the candles, chandeliers. Most of them are from Istanbul. They're vintage belongings. So I was collecting them like 5 years, and most of the things, for example, the ashtrays, they're always like collected things. They're not ready made and just purchased for the restaurant. They're actually my collection. So these two color combinations, I mean the yellowish, Italian yellowish they say, and the pink one, they're always using in Italy, especially in the Naples. They're always using together as a match. So the interior was like that. And we have guests, Ertuğrul and Dilek. They're the owners of and they're the founders actually. The founders and the owners of the Likya Sanat Yolu in Fethiye, which is an amazing place for Fethiye and the art lovers. And they were our guests from Kukina. And they said to me, we heard you're opening a new restaurant, which is an Italian one. And I said, yes. And they said, do you mind if you look at our art pieces and, you know, you want to put them to your walls? And I said, I wasn't expecting something like that. I mean, I was expecting more like normal things. And I said, okay, I will come. And he said to me, yeah, come to our office and you will see. And I went to their office. And I was shocked. It's not like an office. It's like a huge art establishment, I think. It's one of the biggest in Turkey for the painting. And then he said, choose whatever you want here. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, really. You choose whatever you want and I will put it to your restaurant. Then I choose Devrim Erbil, which is one of his first works. He is I think the most famous one in Turkey, a live artist, which is the most famous one. This one with the yellowish one is from him. The other one is the golden one is Ergin İnan, his self-portrait. And these two is Freya Koral, very intellectual, nice lady, passed away. And the other ones that behind the wall is Zahit Büyüterişken, and these are abstract paintings of him, which is about Fethiye. So when you look at the painting, I said to Zahit Bey, they said, I can't see Fethiye. And he said, I can see Fethiye and I painted Fethiye, but you have to see me from my eyes. Mm-hmm. I said, okay. And it's the depiction of Fethiye in abstract. And, you know, when I creating this place, I always feel very, very excited. And I opened this one. I wasn't expecting something like that. Everybody said me, it won't work because it's very Italian. And when it's very Italian and it's opening at 4. It won't work out because it's a touristic place. But in the opposite, it's worked really well.
It's worked really well. And I can see how passionate you are when you are telling about the restaurant. And so it means like that you created the design. So you had a picture and you had a while before the restaurant emerged, and you didn't have a proper designer who would be helping you. So everything was from your head. Like you had a picture and you already knew what you want to create. I think it's great. It's like you combination of talents in yourself. So I have a good memory of the restaurant Trattoria di Kukina, because more than 1 year ago, when a restaurant just opened and my family and I were having a dinner here, so the restaurant was crowded. There was not even an empty chair here. And then you came in and you started talking to people. You were greeting them. They were smiling back to you. They were chatting to you. And I felt, wow, I could feel such a good energy from you. It was such a good vibe. And I really appreciated these nice attitudes towards people who come to the restaurant. Where does it come from? Where did you learn it from? What's your background? Like in the restaurant business, how did you start doing this? Because you were so natural, so seamless in all of this.
Yeah, actually, my family didn't want that job, first of all. They don't like the hospitality business. And I don't have anyone from the family who's worked for this sector. But my grandma, she's my idol for all my lifetime. And she wanted to open a restaurant when she got first married with my grandpa, and she moved from Bodrum as a bride to Fethiye. And when she moved here, she said to my grandpa, I want to open a restaurant with an art gallery, she said. And my grandpa was the minister of the city on those days. And he said, you can't do something like that when I'm in the church. But it was her dream, actually, to open a restaurant with art pieces. And it's not like a gallery, but with art pieces and her imagination. I did it with this inspiration. I think she is my inspiration in whole my life. She's a very nice lady, full of energy, full of life. Even she's now 87. She's still very full of life. She's always coming here, having dinner, having drinks. So many drinks.
Like very Italian nonna, right?
Yeah. And the second thing that I'm inspired is I grew up in a family which is always like, we always have guests, always, all the time, all the dinners, all the lunch, always. We're not sitting as a family. Always we're like 10 or 15 people at the table. So for me, it's very normal to have people in my place. And I didn't see my restaurants, the other one and this one, I didn't see my restaurant as, it's not like a business for me. I'm always imagining, and I'm always telling to my staff that it's our house and people are just visiting us, and they're just coming to see us and grab some food and drink something. It's the food and the drink is, it's very important. But the most important thing in our business, in the hospitality business, is human relations. If you're not good in human relations, if you're not paying attention to the people that you're, guesting, even you're cooking the best food, nothing. Even you're going to give the best service, it's nothing. So I'm always with that attitude. They're my guest who is coming to my house. My house is not like this, by the way. My house is very simple and very normal.
Not like an Italian house.
No, it's not like in Italian. The other one is also very fancy. My restaurants are very fancy because I pay attention to my restaurants more than my life and more than my own house. It's my house. the other one is my house.
So can you say that you're a workaholic then? So you
Yes,
like
yes,
to spend a lot of time and like a lot of time working and
yeah, but you have to be like that in that business because you have to always be in the restaurant because it's always, it's something always going on. People are coming, people are going. It's not like you're doing your job and you're going back to home. It's always alive.
Yeah, I can tell that you pay a lot of attention to the details because it's like a piece of like a Mediterranean aesthetic point in here. So actually, also I don't understand how you manage to do all of this because you just have 24 hours only during the day. But for me also it's important what makes the restaurant special. What distinguishes your restaurant among the competitors? What do you think makes Trattoria di Kukina special?
Well, I think in the world, whole restaurants have their own soul. So I can't tell it's a competition or I can't tell I'm different with this one because I think every restaurant has its unique style. By the way, it's very about style. You have and your team have and your plates have and the ambience. So I like the thing that how can I say this one? I think we're not different from the others, but our attitude toward this business is different. Not the different. I can't say different. I think different and
because you love what you do.
Yeah, but different is a big word. It's very, for me. It's very egoist. It's very egocentric word. And for me, if you have the soul and you have the style to give to your place, it goes like this. It's with the colors, with the interior design, with the food, with the outfit of the staff, with the outfit of you, and the attitude. Most importantly, the way you look to the guests. You don't see guests as just like a customer. Like you see them as a guest. Yeah, I think it's the core. Like I can't say this differentiate us from the others because the others have so nice things also.
But I also think that, of course, other restaurants, they also have good teams, but I can say that your team is very nice because everyone is so sweet and so nice. And I already happened to meet the chef today. And I know he's not Italian, he's Turkish one.
Yeah, he's very Turkish.
He's very Turkish. Could you please elaborate why you decided to work with this particular chef? Why have you chosen them over other chefs to work in this Italian restaurant? Is Italian food his specialty?
No. Well, everybody asked me that when I was going to open this restaurant, everybody asked me the same question. They said me, he's not Italian. Why are you not working with an Italian chef? And I said, for example, the best sushi chef in Turkey is a Turkish. Or the best Italian chef in Turkey is half Turkish, half Italian. It's not matter what your nation is. It matters if you love the job and if you love the team and first of all, if you're speaking the same language, I mean, not the language, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, like if you're on the same wave and you understand each other without words.
If you're looking at the same way, it works. And Mohammed and I, and also Ebral, we have a director in the restaurant. She is working with me now for 5 years. It's a very long time, maybe 6, I think. And now she is in the charge of the 2 restaurants. She's directing the 2 restaurants, actually. We have we're like friends. Like, we're not like friends, we're friends. We're like always spending time together, not in the restaurants, but they're coming to my house, we're watching film, or we're making, we're always together, actually. And that's why we can talk about the job all the time.
So you mean it's very important to find your person and then you can work together and create something special, something beautiful. So do you create like menus when you meet with each other somewhere outside? Like do you think over dishes, new dishes to be introduced?
We're like always, and it's like most of the time it's something like that. We're watching something and I said, let's do something like that, and they're saying, no, it's stupid, or it's good, it's blah blah. They're always like, it's always like a conversation. It's not particular thing that I want to work with that chef, because that chef is, maybe it's in the sector we have really good chefs, but it's a good chef on his kitchen or on her kitchen, but it's not very good for you. It's up to your system, up to your style, it's up to your thing going on.
And about the menu, I know that you tend to prepare pasta and some kinds of cheeses like mozzarella and burrata in-house. So it's very good to know that you can come and you can eat fresh pasta and cheese. But also you have, apart like from traditional Italian menu in the restaurant, you also have nice twists to your dishes. So it can be seen, because I remember when I first saw the tiramisu, which being served from the big bowl with a chocolate sauce on top and some crumbles on top. It impressed me a lot, because it's the first time I ever seen this kind of tiramisu interpretation. How did you elaborate this? Who is the creator of the menu? Do you work together with the chef, or the chef comes to you and says, so look what I've done, and you just approve everything? What's the process?
No, it's like a process of like, first I tell what I like. I'm always saying to Muhammed and Ebra, like, I want something like that, or something different, or something classic. For example, we changed the menu yesterday, and we add some very classic dishes. For example, we had the carpaccio, but it was very different carpaccio. Now we have the classic one also. We have 2 carpaccios now. Now we have the one is classic, one is with our twists. So tiramisu is actually like a normal tiramisu, but we're making different with the service. So it's like, it's come to my mind. I don't know. It's come to my mind. When it's come to my mind, I have to write it down. And they're always saying me in WhatsApp. We're always chatting in WhatsApp. They're always saying me, when you're writing something, we're not understanding. When you write something, you're the only one that understands. And then we make a meeting, or we go to a lunch, and then I try to explain. Then they understand. It's like I think I'm thinking a lot.
Common creative process.
Yeah.
And you seemed very like hands-on on like what you do, and you're very much involved in all the processes. It's good to hear. Like it's not like the business, which is apart from you and you're apart from business, but you're very much within it, and it's very nice to hear for everyone who is coming to Trattoria. By the way, for the comers to Trattoria, for the visitors, what would be like the top recommendation from you to try if someone comes here for the first time?
It's a tough one. I like all the menu.
No, just top positions, because first time, second time they can try something else.
Okay.
But the first time, what would
first time, if I were like the first time, burrata, because burrata we're making in the house. So in our kitchen, we're making the burrata. So it's very fresh, very nice, and we're making with a beetroot sauce and some fruits. It's different than what you're eating in normal Italian restaurant, because normally they're making it with the cherry tomatoes and basil. It's different. First, this one, I think. And the second one will be a tiramisu.
Okay.
Because I think because of the service. The service is really nice. And I think it's very sweet to our style. And the second of all, it's very tasty.
Yeah, I agree with that. And also, I think the personal recommendation from me would be cacio e pepe with truffles.
Yeah.
And of course, Bellini. Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah, I like one too.
So thank you very much for your time again. It was
Thank you very
such
much
a nice
too.
conversation for me. It was so lovely talking to you.
Me too, for me.
Yes, and I hope that everyone after watching this movie will want to come here and to share this Italian vibe and to have this small Italy within Fethiye feeling. So I really wish you good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for interviewing us.
Thank you very much. It was nice. It was a pleasure for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Спасибо, что посмотрели это видео. Надеюсь, оно было для вас интересным и полезным. Подписывайтесь на меня. Жду ваши комментарии. Всех целую, обнимаю. До новых встреч.